If they suspended Ningi for this, so
Yes.
who has been able to suspend Akpabio too for saying that they gave the governors 30 billion and him retracting on those words?
The senator representing the Bauchi Central has been suspended because of his boldness to speak to power when he raised the alarm of how over 3.7 trillion naira was. Many Nigerians don't really understand what budget padding is. We talked about this in one of our videos. Now that you've known what budget padding is, let's look at how the budget was padded. The senator has been vindicated after many other senators came out to expose, or will I say, to confess their sin before Nigerians. But before then, listen to what Gabriel Shiswa, the former governor of Benue State and a senator.
The budget is padded when there are introduction into the budget more than the original estimate. The question is, Mr. President submitted a budget of 22.7 trillion. What was signed, is it more than what was submitted? If that is the case, then you will say that the budget has been padded. The other issue is that if there are introduction of new items that will not originally submitted by the president into the budget and submitted to the National Assembly, are there new items in the budget that were not originally submitted? That is what constitutes budget padding. And so I listened to what Ningi said, that budget was padded. And the question I was asking is that what was signed by the president, was it more than what the president submitted? If it is not more than what the president submitted, then it does not constitute budget padding. But I think what the issue has always been is that the leadership of the National Assembly, both in the House and in the Senate, would normally take the lion's share when it comes to constituency project. That has always been an issue that agitates the minds of most members or most senators. A situation where you are a senator like somebody else, just because he's been elected as one of the leaders, you will have 5 billion worth of project in the budget and you will have less than 500. That agitated the minds of a lot of senators.
Now, when you look at the argument from so many of the senators, you will understand that, yes, this budget has actually been padded. When you look at the appropriation bill, you will understand that the budget was signed into law at 25 trillion, while the 3.77 trillion was omitted. Let me explain. There is this practice of omitting some MDA and government-owned enterprise, as well as the National Assembly, National Judicial Council or Commission, which goes against the core value or principle of public budget. This is it. The government, the federal government, whenever they are, budgeting, they always omit the National Assembly, the MDLs, the government-owned enterprise, the judicial commissions. They don't make the budget to those parastatals. It's not being made public. And this is the reason why the senator representing Bauchi Central came out to say, we have 25 trillion that is being allocated that you can see with project, but we have 3.77 trillion that we cannot see. And that is a fact, because when you look at the budget carefully, you will understand that the National Assembly, the National Judicial Council, and the MDLs and the government-owned enterprise have been budgeted in the 2024 appropriation bill, but it's not reflecting on the public document. Why is it not reflecting on the public document? This is the question that many Nigerians has been asking, and the same question Senator Ningi has been asking. So why the suspension when he is asking valid questions? To look at this again, the criminal element that Excellency Mr. Peter Obi talks about during the 2023 general election, during the campaign, is what is facing us right now, because I see no reason why you budget or make a budget provision for National Assembly, but you don't want to make it public. For what reason? For what purpose? Is there something that they are hiding? So now that we have ascertained, when looked at the budget carefully, we find out that the senators or the House of Assembly has increased some of the projects in the budget. They went ahead to also increase some certain amount of money, and which doesn't make any sense at all. Many agencies are executing projects that are out of scope and frivolous, thereby adding zero value to the country. And this is one of the things that we find out throughout the scrutinizing of the budget. And the truth is that the governor of Bauchi State has called on his people to support the Senator Ningi, who was suspended because of the fact that he had the boldness to speak to the senators or the Senate President or the principal officers, or draw the attention of Nigerians to the fact that yes, 3.77 trillion is not missing. National Judicial Council, some government-owned enterprise, among other agencies. But why is it that you refuse to make it public? Maybe because they don't want Nigerians to hold them accountable and that is fraud. And this is the reason why Nigerians are now calling out the senators and calling them criminals, because they are the reason why the country will not develop.
I was very sad. The Senate suspended one of our best from Bauchi for saying the truth, for standing up here the beacon, to be the beacon of truth. Senator Abdul Ningi, equally, I don't know what we will do, but we will discuss privately to see what we can do to support him, because I support him for whatever he's doing. That is the face of the opposition, especially if what he's saying is the truth. We'll make investigation to find out. I am not too quick to go to media, but certainly he has shown courage. He has shown that he is from Bauchi, and we have...
What do you think? Let's have this conversation in the comment section. Thank you for watching.